Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell. I'm Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Library, and I'm so glad you've joined us today. Today I'll be talking with Laura Srickland. She has just been named just 2 weeks ago, I believe,
Yes,
the Executive Director of the Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce. And we are so glad to have you here today to tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Well, thank you, Mandy. It's good to be here.
Good.
It's an exciting time.
It is. Well, before we get into all the things that are going on, tell us just a little bit about yourself and how you've come to be Executive Director.
Well, I grew up here in Sylacauga, graduated from Sylacauga High School, attended Auburn, pursued some different career options in marketing and advertising prior to coming back to Sylacauga and joining my family as a third-generation business owner. And then 2 years ago, in fact, this month, 2 years ago, we sold our business, and so I began reinventing myself, determining what I kind of joke and say what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
So I just took some time away to focus on my children. Our oldest went off to college that year, and a lot of things going on. And I ended up back at the chamber in Sylacauga, or at the chamber, not back at the chamber. I had served as a board member when I was a business owner. And I guess that's where I feel like I came back to the chamber, but had the opportunity to join the staff there with marketing and membership, and just it was a perfect fit for me because I love Sylacauga.
That's great.
I love the people. That was one of the most important aspects of our business was I hate to call them customers because they were our family, they were our friends, and so I got to embed myself back in the community and just focus on making Sylacauga better.
That's great. Well, you're a perfect fit, having served on the board at the chamber and then having lived in Sylacauga. That's a perfect fit. I love Sylacauga myself, so I think that's great.
Good,
well,
yes.
I know you've got a lot of things going on. One of the things going on right now is registration for Leadership Sylacauga.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
And this is a
about
tremendous program. We are so fortunate in Sylacauga to have a leadership program. When, as I'm learning more about the chamber world and benchmarking ourselves against other communities, that is one of the key factors, is whether you have a leadership program. And a number of years ago, I think 20 plus years ago, doctors Ted and Shirley Spears had a vision to create this program to foster and develop leaders in our community for personal purposes, for business purposes. If you're involved in a civic organization, it just creates a passion to make Sylacauga better. And the leadership program allows you to learn about all aspects of our community. So we focus on different, it meets for 10 months, and in May we'll conclude all of the classes and you go through graduation, and it's a tremendous honor to be able, and I think you said you were a graduate.
I went through the 2012-2013 class, and even having lived here my whole life, I thought, well, I learned so much about Sylacauga, things that I knew maybe a little bit about. I knew this was here, but I learned so much more and just have come to appreciate it even more. And a lot of hard work goes into that.
It does. And I have heard those same sentiments from a lot of people that have grown up here that said, I didn't realize that this went on in the community. But just to give you an idea, we start out, we have an orientation. We really try to look into each individual's leadership skills, maybe a professional profile, learn more about their management skills and tendencies and how they can improve upon those.
Sounds like a lot of personal growth can take place too.
It is. And so then we go from there. We look at the history of Sylacauga. We visit different businesses within the community. We spend an afternoon at Central Alabama Community College.
Oh, that was one of my favorite, because I had not been out there, and it was very nice.
And their programs have advanced in the past 10 to 15 years. Those of us who have lived here all of our lives, sometimes we're not exposed to the opportunities that exist there. And Central Alabama has done a tremendous job in bringing those opportunities to our citizens. But then we look at healthcare. We spend a whole day at Coosa Valley Medical Center learning about all of the expansions that they've had, the services that they can provide to our citizens, which is truly important. When someone is considering a place for residence or for a business, that's one of the first things they look at is health care.
I'm sure it is.
So it's good for us to know those things. And that's one thing that you might not have the opportunity to learn a lot about if you're a healthy person.
Right.
So, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
But then we look at quality of life. We focus on civic organizations. We look at the media, such as TV 47. We spend a day speaking with all the different facets of the media. We look at our political leaders, not just within the community, but the county and the state. We look at education, and we spend some time at both the Sylacauga City Schools and the Talladega County schools that are in our community.
That was good for me. I enjoyed it. I mean, I had children in the schools and been in the schools, but I learned a lot just getting inside, meeting the people, seeing the schools, because a lot of building has taken place in the last several years in our schools. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and those of us that are in the schools that still have children in the schools, we take those sort of things for granted because it's just secondhand to us.
Right.
But like your children have graduated, and others that might not have children yet, they don't have the opportunity to be in the schools as often. And it is important to look at both the county and the city system because both of those systems funnel into who makes up the community of Sylacauga and are very crucial in some of the considerations that people have when they choose somewhere to reside.
And both have great programs.
They do.
Which
they do. And it's good to bring that to light. We spend a whole day at focusing on our city government. We look at all aspects of city management. From the city clerk's office, we get to visit down into the police department. We spend some time with the fire department, the mayor, just all aspects, the council, and it gives you a greater understanding of what actually goes into the management, day-to-day management of our city.
That was a place too, kind of like Coosa Valley. I don't really want to go there because I'm sick or I've had an injury or a fire or something like that, but it was nice to know what they do. I enjoyed touring all of those and meeting the fire chief and the police chief and the city council, things like that.
To me, that's one of the beauties of a small town is that we can have a personal knowledge of who our mayor is and get to know them one-on-one, and our council and our fire chief and our police chief and just the whole police force.
That's true.
And larger communities don't have, they can't say that. And
no, they can't.
I love that about a small town.
I do too. I'm going to stop you for just a minute. We'll take a quick break and hope you'll join us back right after the commercials.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Marble City Pharmacy, we're more than just a drugstore. Our gift shop boasts some of the most unique treasures you'll find anywhere. Come in and browse the vast selection of jewelry, purses, clothing accessories, and crafts. Let our friendly staff help you find that special card or gift for any occasion. Our dollar wall features selected sale items, and we stock a wide variety of specialty items. And if it is a drugstore you need, Marble City Pharmacy was named the 2015 McKesson National Pharmacy of the Year. Visit us today at Marble City Pharmacy.
The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell. I'm talking with Laura Srickland. She's the Executive Director of the Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce. And I do want to take this just a moment to thank TV 47 for allowing us to let the community know about things we're involved in and things we partner with, people we work with, and we appreciate all they do for the library and for our community. So, and I know you do too. We're right now advertising Leadership Sylacauga. Yes. You had another day or two. We were talking about the different days you meet once a month.
Yes, we conclude our programming with a visit to Montgomery. We spend a whole day in Montgomery, and we have our state senators and representatives that have set up opportunities for us the House and the Senate are in session, so we actually get to sit in the gallery. And
I had never done that, and I thought, lived here in Silicaca, been to Montgomery before as a child for tours, but that was very interesting, and I like that they took the time to come speak with us.
And I'll tell you one other interesting part of that day is the Department of Archives. We take those sort of things for granted. I think we visit in the 4th grade, and then we get so involved with our children that we don't necessarily go back as adults.
Right.
But the historical aspect of the state of Alabama is amazing, and I look forward to going back again next year just to hopefully pick up some different information that I didn't catch last time. So
yes. And we were talking about who all can apply to be in leadership. And I have to tell you, I did it from the library. We send people every once in a while. It was the most wonderful thing I ever did. It was great. And when I got back, we had a new pastor at our church, Brother Rick Patrick, and I said, Brother Rick, I think you should do this. He's from Texas, from Birmingham, then to Silicaca. But I said, I think it'd be a great way for you to network, meet people in the community, and learn more about Silicaca, the place you're going to be living. And he wanted to, but he was a little bit hesitant because of the time. I mean, I didn't blame him. It's your job. It's one day away from your job every day. But when it was over, he said it was wonderful. It was well worth it. So it's not just for big businesses. It's for anybody. It's for churches.
That's exactly right. I think anyone who is interested in becoming invested in the community, and that's not just a financial investment. That is a physical investment that you make to be a concerned citizen. So it could be a business owner. You can be a stay-at-home mom and want to become more involved in the community. But you mentioned a key word there is networking. And I think networking is so important for everyone in all aspects of their life, whether it is their church experience, their faith, or whether it's through civic organizations. Just ways to volunteer and be a part. This leadership program gives you that exposure to different people and facets of the city. But it is open to anyone to register. We do have a limited class size because we want it to be manageable.
Sure, yeah.
But it's, and periodically we do have waiting lists for that. So we ask that you try to have your applications in by August the 1st.
How would somebody apply if they wanted to?
They can contact the Chamber of Commerce, and we will be glad to mail them an application. We'll be glad to email them an application. The application's available online from our Facebook page, our website. So there's lots of opportunities to get the application. If I need to hand deliver one to you, I'll be glad to. I actually have some this morning I'm going to be hand delivering to some different people in the community. But you don't have to be a business owner. You don't have to be part of a large corporate setting. You just need to have a concern and an interest to make Silicaca better.
Right. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it was in my class or the next class. I heard people saying they were retired and had a little bit more time than if they were working a full-time job. And these are people that maybe grew up here, but just enjoyed it so much. Learning places they could volunteer, things they could be involved in.
Right.
Just so much fun. Churches, banks, libraries. It was just so much fun. Yeah.
Recently in a presentation that Craig Brown did at the library for his most recent sculpture with Helen Keller and Ann Sullivan, which was such a beautiful presentation that day. But one thing Craig shared that I just really grasped was he said that marble brought him to Silicaca, but the people are what made him stay.
Oh.
And that just resonates with me because that's who we are, and that's one of the beauties of leadership. You mentioned maybe someone that's retired.
Yes.
It's the people that are so important, the most important part of this program, and that's who makes Silicaca what it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And we need more of us to step up and lead or follow, but just learn how to do that effectively.
Exactly. It just makes us better people in our home lives, in our church, in any capacity we can serve. If we have better leadership skills, our whatever organization or our home, it's just going to serve us better.
That is true. That is so true. And I was impressed to see some students. There were some students from Silicaca High School and some from Comer, and I thought, what an opportunity to learn those things so young.
I'm
high
so
school
excited that the schools, that the faculty, the administration at each of our school systems sees that importance for them to begin, and I know they're already doing it in the school setting, but to continue to further their leadership skills and to create that passion and love for Sylacauga, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We want them to, even if they explore other options, to come back to Sylacauga and call Sylacauga home.
Right.
And through efforts like this, we show them that we're committed to making them better citizens.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. We always enjoy the day you come and tour us at the library.
Well, and we do
enjoy
too.
that. It's so
I tell you, that's one of the most exciting opportunities I had when I first started working with the Chamber was to spend some time at the library and see the beautiful art and the sculptures and just the whole organization, the facilities that you have there. I just was amazed.
Well, thank you.
In fact, I'll be sharing with you in a few minutes. We're going to be utilizing your facilities for an upcoming chamber event.
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
good.
So-
That's one thing I enjoyed too. I mean, I work at the library, so I knew that, but a lot of people had not had a chance to come in. A lot of places in Coosa Valley Medical Center I had not been. I, was not aware of the sleep clinic. I was not aware of some other things. Just different places that I drive by every day and think, one day I just really want to know what they do and what goes on. Well, I had a chance. We went to Fleetwood. I'd never been. I had no idea what they did.
Right.
I learned, and I went in and thought, oh, I know you. This is where you are. It was just great to me to get to know Sylacauga for someone new or someone like me who grew up here.
Yeah.
Knows all about it. So they can apply online. I know there is a fee.
Yes, there is
and
a
they
fee.
take care of all
and
that.
And a lot of the companies will sponsor their employees as part of the program. But I'm sure if there are some hardships, we can always look into that and see what we can do to assist individuals if they're interested in participating. We don't want to exclude anyone. It's such an important program to our community.
Good. Well, I know I have some people in mind. I'd like to talk with them about
Good,
that.
good.
Maybe tell them to get in touch
Yes.
with you. That'd be great.
Well, we start, like I said, we want the applications by August the 1st. We hope to have the class named August the 10th. And then our first class will kick off August the 24th.
Okay.
And we'll meet once a month for 10 months. And it is a time commitment, but it is just one day a month. But it's worth every minute that you invest into it.
It is. It is. Now, does each class have a project, or is that something maybe that
They
still
do, and that's determined once the class gets to know each other and they develop their class personality. And I think about halfway through the program, then they elect a president of their class, and then they determine a community project that they want to put their efforts towards. And a lot of those projects continue on after graduation.
Right.
Maybe they're just getting kicked off throughout in the middle of the program, but they keep working together as a team. That's another great aspect of this, is that you always know who was in your class.
Yes, I see them frequently.
Yes.
And I have called on them for different things to help us out, and I've been called on. So it's
We also have an alumni association as well.
Yes, okay. I am part of
Dale and Amy Price lead that alumni association, and that's great. That just continues to foster those relationships established and those networking connections that you developed as a part of class.
Yeah. Well, we will look for you to have a large class this time. I know
hope
we're
so.
going to spread the word, and we're going to stop now for another commercial break, and we'll see you right after that.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. Nope, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room, to surgery, to cancer treatment, to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell. I'm talking with Laura Srickland. She is the Executive Director of the Sylacauga Chamber of Commerce. We've spent a lot of time talking about Leadership Sylacauga, which is coming up, and that is a wonderful program. But what else is going on at the Chamber now?
We have a lot going on.
Great.
There is never a dull moment at the Chamber,
bet.
that's for sure. We kind of have our hand in a lot of aspects of the community. I will tell you one thing that we're working on right now, and this is something that we've heard a lot about for a number of years, but we have a need for a community calendar in Sylacauga.
Right.
That is an initiative that we are kicking off. We started some discussions a couple of weeks ago, really firm discussions, and we hope to be able to introduce that to the community soon. And we want to encourage all organizations, churches, businesses to let us know about any events that they have coming up that we need to have on the community calendar. Alumni associations.
Oh, fun, yes.
You know, it just that way, if there's anything being planned, there's a central point you can go to and reference and say, okay, well, let's look at another date so that we don't have a conflict.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot going on in town.
There is.
It's good to let everybody know.
There is. It amazes me every time I look at the calendar to see all that's going on. But we want to make sure that the whole community knows.
Yes.
So that's one of our initiatives. We're the central communication hub. I'm honored when our city looks to us to be the marketing arm for the community, and that's great because it's easy to market a product that you believe in, and to have a community like Sylacauga to market, it's wonderful.
Good.
And we do a lot of quality of life type projects. We coordinate and host the Christmas parade each year.
Right, yeah.
And just to let you know, we do have that date set.
Oh, okay,
yes,
good.
Saturday, December the 9th at 5:30. Saturday's proven to be a great day for the Christmas parade. Everyone enjoys it being on Saturday evening.
Yes.
And it gives us an opportunity to gather downtown,
it is.
shop and eat prior to the parade. So it's fun just to come together as a community.
It is. One of our favorite things. Everybody has their own place to stand. I know we
Yes.
stand at this corner, and, it's fun. A lot of fun.
It is fun. It's just a great night to be together and celebrate this wonderful time of the year. But we also do the fishing derby every spring.
Oh, that was not too long ago.
That's right. And it was at Lake Howard. And we have one of the most beautiful destinations right here in our back door at Lake Howard. And there's lots of opportunities they're working on right now to expand the services and recreational opportunities there. There's the biking trail. There's lots of hiking. The Lake Howard itself is just beautiful.
It is.
And the fishing opportunities are wonderful. It's just a nice place to get out and escape to some quiet.
Yes, right here in our backyard.
It is.
We need to take advantage of that a little while.
We do.
Get away.
So I'm looking forward to see how that area grows and draws additional visitors to our community.
I think we do have a lot of folks from out of town that come to ride the
We
trail
do,
or walk.
yes.
And I don't think about that too much coming for that.
One of our responsibilities at the Chamber, we do act as the Visitor and Tourism Center for Sylacauga. And that's not just for opportunities that were right here in our back door. We do some partnering with Coosa County Chamber and with Clay County Chamber and with the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber to promote all aspects of visitors coming to our area. We work with our hotels to create opportunities for lodging, and we're working on a brochure right now that's going to be focused just on the tourism aspect, so that when you come here, we give you a list of places to eat, places to shop, places to play, and then to rest your head at night.
Well, good.
And just a lot of positive things going on. Purcell Farms is going through a large expansion right now.
Yes.
They've just completed their wedding venue. They're adding an inn. We have Lay Lake just right in our back door. And it's such a beautiful body of water, and that's drawing a number of visitors to our area every year for fishing and recreational. So there's just a lot of things going on that sometimes those of us that have been here all of our lives, we take for granted.
Yes, we do. Well, enough to keep you busy, I'm
sure. There is, yes, always.
Well, I know you have the lunch and learn and some other things like that going on. What is
that? In addition to our tourism responsibilities, we also focus a lot on expanding our business community and providing them with professional development opportunities. We do that through Lunch and Learn series. We try to meet once a quarter and provide some information to the community about professional development, but also just about the community as a whole, about the state of healthcare, the state of education, the state of the government. We have plans right now to invite in our county commissioners, our city council, our state senators and representatives, and then even some of our national senators.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So those are crucial opportunities for us to communicate to our community about all those aspects, which are 4 very important aspects of our life. Those help us with our businesses. That helps us be the chamber to be a business advocate, an advocate for the businesses in our community, for the manufacturers. We also try to bring professional development opportunities. And in fact, in a few weeks, we have a constant contact email marketing program workshop that we're going to be conducting on August the 15th at 9 o'clock in the Hightower room at the library.
At the library, all right.
So
constant contact email.
Email marketing, yes.
Email marketing.
And they have all sorts of opportunities for you to utilize email in marketing your business, whether it's through a newsletter. We do a weekly e-blast newsletter that we create each week. So it can be for churches, it can be for civic organizations, it can be for businesses, retailers. That's just such a technology has just taken us down a whole new path of communication.
Anyone who wants to get their information out.
Yes, that's right.
That's great.
But that sort of thing is what we try to bring to our chamber partners to make them better business people.
That's great. And it's so nice to all work together, to see y'all in one central place.
That's key, is working together. And that's what's going to make us successful. We work with our manufacturing partners in hosting job fairs for them.
Oh, that's great.
And that's important. We work on workforce development to determine their skill set needs, and we work with the school system and the manufacturer in trying to foster those needs so that we have students and just citizens who are prepared to fill those needs that they have within each facility.
That's great. And jobs and people to fill those who are qualified or have the skills needed. That's great. Well, we're almost out of time. We're going to just wrap up and tell. Thank you so much, Laura, for being here.
Well,
and
glad to have the opportunity to be here.
And Leadership Sylacauga coming up. People need to apply by August 1st.
Right.
And they can apply by, tell me the different
They
way.
can call the chamber at 256-249-0308. They can visit our website, sylacauga-chamber.com. They can, we'll email them an application. We still do some faxing, so we can fax someone an application. They can capture an application on our Facebook page. So, and like I said, if I need to deliver an application, I'll be glad to. So
there's no excuse for not
being
able to.
There is not an excuse, no.
Right. Well, I'm going to go encourage my friends that I want
good.
to be a part of that, because it's a wonderful program.
It is.
Y'all work very hard at it. And that wraps up another Library Connection. And thank you so much for being with
Mandy.
us. You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Hope to see you at the library.